In the early morning hours of June 12, 1962, the guards at Alcatraz prison conducted their routine bed check. As they moved to the next cell, they discovered what seemed to be just another inmate asleep in his bed. But upon closer inspection, this inmate was nothing more than an elaborately crafted dummy head made out of soap, toilet paper, and hair. The same was found in the next two rooms, and the realization set in. Clarence Anglin, John Anglin, and Frank Morris had vanished. This documentary explores the daring escape, the detailed planning, and the enduring mystery that still confuses detectives today. Frank Morris, born in Washington, D.C., was orphaned at the age of 11 and spent much of his youth in foster homes. A career criminal with a high IQ of 133, Morris was a seasoned escape artist. His previous successful escape from the Louisiana State Penitentiary demonstrated his ingenuity and determination, making him known as the mastermind behind the escape plan. The Anglin brothers, Clarence and John, were born into a large family in Donaldsonville, Georgia. Struggling financially, the brothers turned to petty crime at a young age. Known for their close bond and resilience, they had a history of escape attempts from other facilities. Their strong swimming abilities, developed during childhood swims in the icy waters of Lake Michigan, were crucial for their escape from Alcatraz. Alcatraz, notorious for its harsh conditions, housed some of America's most dangerous criminals. Inmates were under constant surveillance, and the isolation from the mainland created a sense of hopelessness. Despite the stringent security, Morris and the Anglin brothers found ways to communicate and forge a plan. The rigid daily schedule included work assignments, meals, and limited recreational time. Prisoners worked in various capacities, such as in the laundry or factory, which produced military goods. This tedious environment provided opportunities for the men to gather materials and conceive their escape plan. Alcatraz presented unique challenges: the cold, choppy waters of the San Francisco Bay, the strong currents, and the constant watch of the guards. However, these conditions also provided cover, as the guards often underestimated the inmates' resourcefulness. The idea for escape began with Morris, who discovered a poorly secured ventilation grill in his cell. He shared this with the Anglin brothers, and together they expanded the plan. The three men were housed in adjacent cells, allowing them to communicate without drawing suspicion. Using spoons stolen from the dining hall, makeshift drills from vacuum cleaner parts, and other improvised tools, they began chiseling away the concrete around their cell vents. They worked at night, covering the noise with the sounds of instruments played during the inmates' music hour. The chipped concrete was hidden in the ventilation ducts and disposed of during yard time. The men created coverings for the vents out of painted cardboard to hide their work areas during cell inspections. They also spread their labor over many months to avoid arousing suspicion. Behind the cells was an unguarded utility corridor, which the men accessed by squeezing through the enlarged vents. This corridor became their secret workshop. Here, they constructed the raft and life vest, fashioned from over 50 stolen raincoats. They used steam pipes to heat seal the materials and even tested the flotation devices in a prison water basin. On the night of June 11, 1962, the trio put their plan into action. After months of meticulous preparation, they squeezed through the ventilation holes into the utility corridor. The escape was timed to coincide with a period when the guards' attention would be divided, so as to avoid suspicion. From there, they climbed a network of pipes to reach the prison roof. Carrying their homemade raft and life vest, they descended 50 feet down the sheer wall of the cell house using a makeshift rope from electrical cords. Using the raft and life vest, they set off into the cold waters of the San Francisco Bay. The men aimed for Angel Island, 2 miles north of Alcatraz, hoping to avoid the strong currents. They left behind the dummy heads to delay the discovery of their escape. As they set off into the bay, the cold and the currents were significant obstacles. The men planned to navigate by the stars and the distant lights of San Francisco. The next morning, guards discovered the dummy heads and sounded the alarm. A massive manhunt ensued, involving the FBI, Coast Guard, and local law enforcement. Despite extensive searches by air, land, and sea, no trace of the escapees was ever found. The only tangible evidence was the remnants of the raft and personal belongings found on nearby Angel Island. The discovery of footprints leading away from the shore indicated that they had likely reached the island. However, conflicting reports and the harsh conditions led many to believe that they had perished in the bay. Theories about the men's fate vary. Some believe they drowned in the frigid waters, unable to overcome the strong currents, while others maintain that they successfully reached the mainland and vanished. Reports of sightings and alleged letters from the Anglins in later years fueled speculation. The FBI concluded the men likely drowned, citing the harsh conditions and lack of credible evidence of their survival. The Anglin family has long insisted that Clarence and John survived, though these claims remain unverified. All in all, the stories that have been told about the case are of speculation. With there being no concrete evidence that supported whether or not the men had survived, this case remains unsolved. It's up to your imagination, so let me know down in the comments what you think. I really hope that you all enjoyed this video and would consider leaving me a like or comment to help boost this video on the algorithm. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Peace.